Hey babes, I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I have another set of acrylic toes. I know y'all seen this video. I posted it maybe about a month to a month and a half ago, and all of her acrylic toes are still here, so we are going to do a fill. Here, using my 5-in-1 bit, I'm going to remove the gel top coat, and I'm also going to debulk these nails. I am also very careful when I'm doing this. Of course, you do not want to touch your client's skin with this bit, but it is a safety bit, so when you're up in that cuticle area, you will not cut your client. But her acrylic toes pretty much grew out, so I'm really not near her cuticle area anyway. I'm just making sure all of that acrylic is flat, so when I'm applying my next bead, it's going to be nice and seamless. Now I'm using my 80/80 grit file to reshape all of her nails, and if I have to later on, I may do this again after using my sanding band. I did also season my file, which is what you see me doing here. So I'm just going to use another 80 grit file to remove the sharp edges off of my file so that when I'm doing this, I do not cut her skin. Before using my fine grit sanding band, I did go ahead and push back her cuticles, and after I remove all of the shine from her nail plate, I'm also going to file underneath the nail as well. When I'm priming for acrylic toes, I just use my regular dehydrated, which is alcohol, and I'm also going to use my no-lift primer. Alright y'all, so here's the thing about today's video. Unfortunately, the morning I did her toes, it was extremely cold, and I was not expecting it to be that cold. So I did not, turn the heater on. So the room was still warming up, so this application was a little messy. So because it was cold, the acrylic was really runny, so I did have to constantly go back in the cuticle area using the tip of my brush to clean around it. Because of course you do not want this acrylic to dry on your client's skin. So I was just taking my time cleaning around the area and re-wiping if I did need to, because I still wanted it to look super natural. So after wiping around the edges, I do like to just pat it and re-wipe it. As I'm cleaning up this application, so I was on Snapchat, right? And you know how like Snapchat shows you memories. So a memory popped up of when I was in New York last year doing nails at my grandmother's house. And I remember I couldn't do it in her house because of course the smell, and she was not rocking with that. Even though I was in the basement, like it was still too strong. So I was outside like getting bit up by mosquitoes. Like it was literally ridiculous. And I'm still outside. Keep in mind, of course, like it's hot outside. Like I'm literally doing nails outside at a table in the sun. So of course like the gel polish is not doing what it's supposed to do. Like I'm thinking I just can't paint, but it's really the heat. Like I said, I'm getting bit up, like, but I'm sitting like, all right, I'm gonna make this work. Like I'm gonna get some bug spray or something. But I was just really dedicated to making sure when I got back home, back to Georgia, that everybody's nails was perfect. Fast forward, I get back to Georgia, nails looking good. Like I improved a lot over the summer, and I started taking clients. So I was doing everybody's nails before school started, blah blah. And not that I didn't know how to keep nails on, but how my nails last now was not how it was before. So I do everybody's nails, and maybe like a week passed, and I'm getting multiple texts from different people saying like, oh, a nail is lifting, or they were coming off. And I'm like, yo, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Because I really like wasn't sure, and I was in high school, and I'm like, dang, I don't want everybody to be like, dang, her nails is flying off. So I ended up taking a class. Honestly, after that class, over time, I got a lot better. And after that class, my nails was not lifting, and I really do appreciate her a lot. But I just was thinking about that because one, this Snapchat memory I had, and two, when I was on the phone with my older sister, she was like, oh, I remember you was calling me crying, talking about everybody's nails is coming off. And I was telling you got it. And I was just sitting like, it's crazy because I don't even remember that. I'm saying this to say, if you really want it, you'll definitely get it as long as you're moving toward that direction, because now my nails last 4+ weeks. And before, like when somebody's nails last 2 weeks, I was looking at their nails like, what did I do differently on these? So I do have a bunch of videos on, how to keep nails lasting for a long time. I will link them down below if you are having trouble with that. Now for her pinky toe, she has, some pinky toe there. So it really wasn't too hard. I think the only problem I have with doing pinky toenails is people pinky toenails be to the side. I think mine is to the side too. Like, so I be trying to, look over and make sure it's still sidewall to sidewall. Because I don't be wanting to twist their toe. But, sometimes I'm going to have to if it's really, going crazy. At this time, it was still kind of cold in the room, unfortunately, and I really thought I was going to be able to perfectly finish this toenail, but of course it ended up spilling it anyway. Also, I should have been holding her toe down when I was doing this because I was holding it so flat. It probably was going to spill over anyway, regardless of the fact that it was cold. So even when you're doing acrylic nails on fingers, you always want to make sure that you're holding their finger downwards. Before I started to seal the cuticle area using my fine grit sanding band, I did rub the edges on my 80 grit file so that when I was doing this, I do not cut my client. Now, I could have used my fine 5-in-1 bit, but I kind of just prefer to use the sanding band.
Yeah. I don't know. And this one's actually bigger. Like, my ear was sore. As long as I've had this. I hate that smell. I've had this for going on 4 years, and it still was sore a little bit. It's not sore now. I knew it would be though, because it's one of the bigger ones. Yeah, mine was sore too, but I couldn't sleep on that side. It was just getting annoying. So that's how I put the hoops in there. I was like, fuck it. I want another piercing so bad of some sort, but there's not really shit else for me to do because I don't really do face piercings like that. Yeah. So, I'm just look, I guess. I mean, you got another ear piercing? Yeah, like over here on this side. I mean, you only have one. True. Girl, you have one. Get your second hole. I do want to get my second hole. Yeah, girl. I don't know. I keep saying that, but they never go do it. No, do it, yeah. Because then again, too, like, regular ear piercings aren't as bad to heal as other things. Nah. It's still gonna hurt for a while, and I'm just like, I really don't like that. Well, whenever you want to go, I'll probably get another ear piercing too. I just like, fuck it. You can get the one that's on the inside and shit. That should be hard. You can just do something else to your ear, really. Yeah, true. Okay, so that works.
Here, I'm reshaping these nails, and remember, you do want to season the file before you do this because you do not want to cut your client's skin. After cleaning off her toenails, I did go ahead and paint them with my D&D gel top coat. And here I'm just curing them for 60 seconds, and I'll be using some of my D&D blue polish to create these cute French tips. I wanted to know if you guys started using those Serenity crystals yet, because let me tell you, they are definitely extremely worthy. They're amazing. I actually recently raised my prices now that I switched over and I officially no longer use rhinestones. So here I'm just creating my 3D flower, and like I said, it was super cold in the room, unfortunately, so you're gonna see like what happens, because once I had placed that bead down, it was starting to run, and I was kind of just like pushing it back in, so I didn't have to keep redoing this, because this was literally my third time. Yeah, this 3D flower took an extremely long time due to the fact that all of the beads kept spilling over when I was placing them. Keep in mind, some of them were dry when I placed them, and then once I touched them, it just collapsed. Here I'm using my Zulay Bling Glue to add more stones, and after this I will be top coating these once again. I will also be posting the finished look at the end, so y'all let me know how y'all feeling about them. And if you did enjoy this YouTube video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you guys next week.